Good morning, friends. So, in the previous lectures, we have seen about the introduction of horticulture, in which we have seen the definition. Branches of horticulture, and the scope and economic importance of horticulture. So, let's start with the horticultural zones of India. The Indian subcontinent is bestowed with a great variety of climate and soil conditions. So, our country have a great variety of climate and soil conditions. Broadly, the country can be divided into tropical, subtropical, and temperate regions. So, on the basis of climatic conditions, our country is divided into tropical, subtropical, and temperate regions, in which a tropical region contains or receive high rainfall and also having a high temperature and high humid conditions. In subtropical region, which receives a moderate amount of rain and having a moderate amount of temperature, and temperate region receives less rainfall as compared to tropical and subtropical region, and temperate region also a less temperature as compared to tropical and subtropical regions. Within each broad category, there are differences due to rainfall, humidity, and altitude. Altitude is nothing but a height above the sea level. Considering these aspects, 6 different horticultural zones have been identified so that appropriate choice of the crops can be made and development is planned. There, the first one is temperate and temperate region, in which climate characterized by mild temperatures. So it receives less temperature, and the states which receives less temperature, these are Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, North Uttaranchal, Sikkim, and parts of Arunachal Pradesh. So these states receives less temperature and included in the temperate region. Then second one is northwest subtropical. The subtropics are geographic and climate zones located roughly between the tropics and temperate zone. So this region contains the states Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Central Uttar Pradesh, and North MP, that is Madhya Pradesh. The third one is northeast subtropical region, which contains the states like Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, and Manipur. Central tropical region contains the states South Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Orissa, and West Bengal. So the tropics are regions of the earth that lie roughly in the middle of the globe. Then southern tropical contains the states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. So these states are included in the southern tropical region. Sixth one is the coastal tropical humid region. So these region contains the Goa, Kerala, Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Orissa, and the Konkan region of Maharashtra. So these are the regions which are classified on the basis of rainfall, humidity, and altitude. Then climatic requirements for important fruits of India. So what are the climatic requirements of fruits? On the basis of these requirements, these fruits are again classified. So mango, which requires the tropical and subtropical regions for their growth. Then citrus requires the subtropical, or citrus grows in the region of subtropical but can be grown under temperate conditions. Then grapes can be grown in temperate but as well as can be grown under subtropical and tropical conditions. Then sapota is a tropical fruit but can be grown under subtropical conditions which are free from frost. Then papaya also is a tropical fruit and also grown in mild subtropical climate. Then banana also is a tropical fruit but can be grown under subtropical climate provided it is free from hot winds and frost. And apple is a temperate fruit but low chilling varieties can also be grown on lower hills. So these are the climatic requirements for the growing of these fruits. Climate is one of the important complex factors which influence the fruit production. Okay, so this is the main factor or main condition which is required for most of the fruits in the fruit production. Atmospheric conditions include rainfall, humidity, sunshine, wind, and other factors. So these are also some important conditions or factors which requires for the fruit production. The fruit growing zones are classified based on the climate factors. The first zone is tropical fruit zone. Okay, so first one is tropical fruit zone. This class includes fruit crops which are evergreen, unable to endure cool temperature but can tolerate warm temperature of about 1000 Fahrenheit. The fruit plants of this zone need strong sunshine, warm and humid climate, and a very mild winter. They cannot stand against frost. Areas under this zone include West Bengal, parts of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Orissa, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. So these are the states which falls under tropical fruit zone. Fruit crops or fruits which are cultivated in the tropical fruit zones are banana, pineapple, sapota, papaya, cashew, and pomegranates. So these are some fruits which are cultivated in the tropical fruit zone. The second zone is subtropical fruit zone. This class includes fruit crops intermediate characters to tropical and temperatures. The summer is hot and dry and winter is less mild. They may be either deciduous. Deciduous means plants which shades their leaf. Okay, these are called as deciduous plants or deciduous trees. Okay, so they may be either deciduous or evergreen and are usually able to withstand a low temperature but not the frost. Some require chilling for flower bud differentiation. The fruits grow mostly in plains. The fruits include citrus, grapes, falsa, fig, guava, pomegranate, and banana. This fruit zone covers the plains of Punjab, UP, that is Uttar Pradesh, parts of Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Orissa. So these states are included under subtropical fruit zone. The third one is temperate fruit zone. This class of fruits grows successfully in cold regions where temperature falls below freezing point during winter. So during winter, the temperature in temperate fruit zone is below the 0 degree. During the cold season, the trees shed their leaves and go into a rest period. For breaking the rest or dormant period, a definite chilling period is required. This chilling temperature helps the plants to put forth new growth, flowering, and fruiting with the onset of spring season. The regions under this zone are Jammu and Kashmir, then Kulu Valley, HP, that is Himachal Pradesh, and Pars. And the fruits which are grown in this temperate fruit zone are peaches, plum, cherries, almond, walnut, strawberry, apricot, persimmon, pecan nut, kiwi, and kiwi fruit. Okay, so this temperate fruit zone is characterized by a very low temperature. Then arid zone. Fourth one is arid zone. The arid zone has an extreme climatic condition in which the temperature is very high and the humidity is very low. Rainfall is also very low and its distribution is erratic and poor textured soil. The area of Rajasthan, that is 62%, and Gujarat, that is 20%, and parts of the Punjab, Haryana, Karnataka, and Maharashtra includes the arid zone or falls under the category of arid zone. The crops are falsa, date palm, pomegranate, bear, custard apple, and tamarind, etc. are grown under these arid zones. The fifth one is semi-arid zone. This region exhibits low and erratic rainfall, low humidity, and high temperature. Fruits of arid region can be cultivated in this zone also, that is mango, sapota, guava, jack, avocado, bear, pomegranate, and tamarind. So these are some fruits which are grown in semi-arid zones. The sixth zone is northeastern subtropical zone. All tropical and subtropical fruits are grown in this region. The parts are Bihar, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, parts of West Bengal, and UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. The seventh zone is northwestern region. Northwestern region includes the states like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, hills of Uttar Pradesh, south of Punjab, and Haryana. So this northwestern region is again classified into four regions, that is temperate, second one is high temperature, third one is subtemperate, and fourth one is low hill valley. So first one is a temperate, that is low winter temperature. Okay, so in winter season the temperature is very low. Then dry temperature. Okay, so in dry temperature condition the temperature is very low or highly cold condition. In subtemperate, that is winter temperature and lesser cold. In low hill valley also low winter temperature and lesser cold. This region contains the states like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, some parts of UP, some parts of Punjab and Haryana. Central tropical fruit zone. Okay, so this region covers southern parts of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Orissa, parts of Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and Gujarat. South tropical fruit zone contains the states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. Then the coastal tropical fruit zone contains the states Kerala, Goa, Diu and Daman, Tripura, coastal parts of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Orissa, and Karnataka. So these states falls under the coastal tropical fruit zone. Then the last one is humid zone fruit crops. This region is characterized by low temperature and high humidity. The crops are lychee, strawberry, avocado, mangosteen, and passion fruits, which are grown in this humid zone fruit crops region. So this is about horticultural zones of India. Then horticultural zones of Maharashtra. Okay, so let's see the horticultural zones of Maharashtra. The first zone is North Konkan Coastal Plain. Okay, so this zone, North Konkan Coastal Plain, includes the districts that is Thane and Raigad, and this zone is characterized by very high rainfall in excess of 3000 millimeter per year. Okay, so the rainfall is very high, that is 3000 millimeter per year. High humidity in rainy season. Temperatures range between 22 to 30 degrees Celsius, and the soil is coarse, alluvial, non-lateritic. Then soils is poor in phosphorus and potassium. The major crop in this zone is rice, and besides the rice, there is also cultivation of vegetables and pulses. The second zone of Maharashtra, horticulture zone of Maharashtra, that is South Konkan Coastal Plain, which includes the district that is Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg. Okay, so these districts have a rainfall in excess of 3000 millimeter per year. Precipitation dictated by southwest monsoon. Okay, so these states receives a very high rainfall that is received from southwest monsoon from June to September. Temperatures range from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, and May is the hottest month in this zone. Coastal alluvial lateritic soil. Okay, soil is coastal alluvial lateritic soils rich in nitrogen and potassium and poor in phosphorus. The major crop again is rice. Besides rice, there is a cultivation of some fruit trees. The third horticulture zone of Maharashtra is Western Ghat, that is mountain zone, which includes the districts that is Kolhapur, Satara, Pune, some parts of Ahmednagar, Nasik, and some parts of Sindhudurg. In this region, there is very narrow strip of highlands extending from north to south along the crest of the Sahyadri mountain range. Altitude varies from 1000 to 2000 mesel. Very high rainfall in some areas. Very high rainfall in some areas in excess of 4000 millimeter per year. Daily temperatures range from 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. Then soil is lateritic, reddish brown soils, and low in phosphorus and potassium. About 25% area is under forest, and the crops are rice, sorghum, groundnut, and fruit trees are important crops in this region. The next zone is sub-mountain transition zone, which includes the states, which includes the districts, that is Nasik, Pune, Satara, Sangli, and Kolhapur. Narrow strip of lower elevation located in the eastern side of the Sahyadri range. Very wide range of rainfall varying from 700 to 2500 millimeter per year. Day temperatures vary from 20 to 35 degrees Celsius. Soils are reddish brown to black, rich in nitrogen and poor in phosphorus. Then important crops of this zone are kharif crops, that is cereals, groundnut, sugarcane, some vegetables, chilies, and there are also cultivation of some fruit trees. Okay, so next zone is western plain transition zone second. The previous one was sub-mountain transition zone first, and this one is western plain transition zone second. This zone includes the districts like Dhule, some parts of Ahmednagar, Sangli, Nashik, Pune, Satara, and Kolhapur. And this zone is characterized by mostly a plain strip running north-south parallel to the eastern side of transition zone first. Rainfall varies from 700 to 1200 mm per year, well distributed during the southwest monsoon. Maximum temperature will reach 40 degrees Celsius in the summer. Soils are generally light black, fair levels of NPK, that is sodium phosphate, and potassium, well drained and suited for irrigation. Major crops are cultivated in this region are sorghum, millet, groundnut, wheat, and sugarcane. Okay, so the next horticultural zone of Maharashtra is western drought prone area, which includes the district like Dhule, Nashik, Aurangabad, Ahmednagar, Pune, Satara, Solapur, and Sangli. This region is characterized by low and unpredictable rainfall of 500 to 700 millimeter per year in 40 to 45 days, and this region is also characterized by a rain shade area. Okay, so this region is also well known for rain shade area, and the rainfall is very low, that is 500 to 700 millimeter per year in just 40 to 45 days. So common dry spells will last from 2 to 10 weeks. Summer temperatures will reach above 42 degrees Celsius. Soils are medium black, shallow, poor in nitrogen and phosphorus, and common crops are millet, sorghum, groundnut, and pulses. And the yield in this region is also low because low and unpredictable rainfall. Okay, so next region is Central Plateau, assured rainfall. Okay, the districts which falls under this zone are Aurangabad, Jalna, Bid, Usmanabad, Parvani, Nanded, Buldana, Akola, Amravati, Jalgaon, Dhule, and Solapur. And this region is characterized by a rainfall of 700 to 900 millimeter per year. Summer temperature will reach about 40 degrees Celsius. Soils are varying from medium black to reddish brown, and the crops are sorghum. Sorghum is the most important crop, but besides this, there is a cultivation of cotton, oil seeds, millet, groundnut, pulses, and sugarcane occupy significant areas. The next zone is Central Vidarbha, moderate rainfall. Okay, Central Vidarbha, which receives moderate rainfall, and in this region, the districts are Wardha, Nagpur, Yavatmal, Chandrapur, Aurangabad, Jalna, Parvani, and Nanded. And characteristics of this region are rainfall of 1200 millimeter per year, well distributed within the southwest monsoon months, maximum temperatures of 35 to 40 degrees Celsius in the summer, humidity of about 75 degree in the rainy season. Soils are black, medium to heavy texture, and generally fertile. And the cropping patterns involve cotton, sorghum, pulses, wheat, and oilseeds. And the last horticulture zone of Maharashtra is Eastern Vidarbha, which receives high rainfall. The districts falls under this region are Bhandara, Gadchiroli, Chandrapur, Nagpur, and Gondia. Characteristics are soils derived from Parent materials of mixed origin are reddish brown. Almost 50% of the area under forest cover. Rainfall vary from 1300 millimeter to 1800 millimeter. Well distributed in the monsoon months. Summer temperature will reach about 37 degrees Celsius. Humidity is about 75% in the rainy season. And the crops which are cultivated are rice, pulses, sorghum, and some oil seeds. Okay, so these are the crops which are cultivated in the eastern Vidarbha, and this is all about the horticultural zones of Maharashtra. Okay, so today we have seen the horticultural zones of India and the horticultural zones of Maharashtra. In next video lecture, we'll be going to talk on global and national scenario of horticulture. So till then, stay safe, stay home, and happy learning. Thank you.